Hey guys, what's going on, Roof Boy? Hey, I have some sad news to tell you. My roof ladder that I used to climb up here in my house in North Carolina about 1,000 times finally gave out right here, but the base of the ladder. And yeah, now I got to get a new ladder. That's what I get for leaving it on the roof to bake out in the sun and get rained on and all that shit. But anyway, good story is, or the good news is you guys see my couple videos back. I cut the cord recently with the cable. Spectrum box is turned into the UPS store. I bought this cheap $35 Yagi style antenna from Wally World, okay? And just to give you guys a synopsis on how easy this is, I want you all to do this because y'all shouldn't be paying for cable. If you are, shame on you. I'm actually mad at myself that I paid for it this long. Get yourself an outdoor, I don't know if you can see the edge of that cable right there sticking out. Get yourself the outdoor kind. Don't go to Walmart. I bought a freaking 50-footer from Walmart and the connector broke just because I bent it just a little. Cheap as hell. So make sure you get the outdoor, I don't know what it's called, RG6 or something. I don't know what it's called, but get the outdoor quality cable. Basically, how did I do this whole cable setup? So I ran it underneath this and I just took a staple gun and I stapled it into the roof. I got the longer staples and you can see, you can't even hardly see the cable. It just comes across right there, droops down here, and basically it's not perfectly straight, but you can't see it. And it's just going all the way. I bought a 75-foot outdoor cable. You see my staple job. It's not the greatest, but it'll do. It could be a temporary hold until maybe I decide to go hardcore and get brackets. I had a little bit of excess, as you can see, so I put it up in there. And then I don't know if you can see it. Remember this box? I just zip tied it. And then there was some pre-existing DirecTV shit already stuck up there, so I kind of zip tied it to that to keep it up there. You can like get a bracket or something, whatever you want to do. And then I ran just enough to go into the box. Okay, remember I had two pre-existing splitters, one going to one room and one to the other set of rooms. So I have my Spectrum internet going into the study room separate on a splitter, so that way I can still bring my Spectrum up in and not affect the antenna, this antenna, okay? That antenna is going to another splitter, which goes to my bedroom, all right? I could actually get a 4-way if I want to give the kids, but the kids, they watch shit like the Disney Channel and Netflix and all that crap, so like I feel like I really don't need to waste my time setting up an antenna in their room unless they want it, okay? Another trick too, just from doing some research, I'm pointed here towards Waco. So if I pointed maybe more towards this way, I could get more PBS and things like that, which I can't. It does not have a you know, a rotator or anything like that on it. So, but what you can do is you can buy another antenna and point it another direction, or point it towards Austin or whatever you want to do, or you know, whatever your cities are. And basically that will give you extra channels, but you got to buy what's called a combiner. Basically you plug them to one for UHF and VHF, and basically that's how you can combine them and to essentially get more channels. You can't just use a basic splitter, supposedly, that's what they say, because you're going to get this like ghost appearance and it's going to be crazy weird. But you could try it if it works for y'all, just a basic splitter with 2 antennas getting more channels. Let me know, I'm curious. That would be another project. I want to show you guys what I got out of just this little $35 antenna. Stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm back. So we're big Fire Stick users in this house. We do have Rokus and all that other shit. So if you're a Fire Stick user, great. This video is for you. If not, it's still good for you. You can get yourself a similar device as to what I have, okay? So I want you to see, so when you get your antenna up, you actually plug it into you can plug it into the back of your TV like most people and just flip through the channels. Or you can buy yourself one of these, which is a Fire Stick, or a FireTV Recast it's called, okay? It's pretty beefy. I don't know if you can see it, it's, God almighty. It's this big ass box right here. That coaxial in the back is actually the coaxial that goes to the antenna. There is no coaxial on the back of my TV plugged in at all. I have no internet feed going to that box. Because you're thinking, how does that box go to the TV? There's no wires that connected to the TV. You can plug in via Ethernet because it needs an internet connection, or it is Wi-Fi capable. So that's a big plus for me, because remember I told you guys I'd put my internet on a separate line up in here, okay? So that's not gonna do me good. So luckily I got the Wi-Fi, and yeah. All right, back to the Fire Stick. So let me show you how you maximize this. If you have this box, the reason why I bought that box is because you have to have the box if you want your Fire TV to find your local channels. It'll do a scanner or a tuner just like your TV would, but it'll do it through the Fire Stick, okay? So there's a million videos on YouTube, but I'm showing you why you want to do this. And I bought that on a prime deal. That box right there, 129 bucks for 2 tuners. When I say 2 tuners, meaning you could probably use it for 2 TVs with 2 Fire Sticks. They make a 4 tuner, so if you want 4 TVs, it's gonna be a little more, yada yada. Just keep that in mind. I wanted it specifically for this reason, after doing some research. So you go over to live TV, okay? Now look, do you see that? I've marked 8 channels because those are like, that's all I watch. That's why do I pay for cable? 324 free freaking channels. I am not paying for 1 subscription, guys. You see that? Are you curious to know how I got 324 channels? They did not all come from my antenna. In fact, I'll tell you how many channels I got per device, should I say, or app. FireTV Recast. FireTV Recast, that's my local tuner from the antenna on the roof. It does a search and found 27 channels. I get 27 local channels from Waco, which is Fox, ABC, NBC, and CBS, all the major networks and a few others, okay? Sling TV, it's a paid subscription, guys. It is paid. You can watch for free. It will sync up with this and add channels, but it's only temporary and it goes away in a couple days. So how did I get 92 channels? Sorry guys, I have Verizon. If you have Verizon, go into your Verizon app. There is a promo going on right now for 2 free months of Sling TV. So my wife wanted AMC Plus to watch a show, blah, blah, blah. And it's either the blue or the orange package or the Latino package or the international package. You get to choose, but it's gotta be a $35 package and it's $0. So Verizon's gonna pay for a $35 package through the app, which syncs you to Sling. If you have a pre-existing Sling, you gotta make a new one, so use a different email because it wouldn't sync up with my existing one, okay? Do the Sling for 2 months for free. Try it out. If you like it, pay your 35 bucks a month. I'm gonna be testing it out over the next course of the couple months to see if it's worth it, okay? IMDb, that comes with your Fire Stick. I got 35 channels, okay? Pluto TV, 100% free, 50 free freaking channels. Plex, free, 45 friggin' channels. Red Bull TV, which is more like action, like live sports, skateboarding, biking, all this other crap, but it's free. So just doing a lot of research, and I was trying to find which apps will load into the Fire Stick and give you free channels. So there's a lot of other ones like Streamium, Live TV, all these other apps that do not go in here and build your channels. You'll have to use them as third-party apps if you want to watch them, okay? Tubi TV, they give you free 9 channels. Zumo, so just Zumo, Plex, and Pluto alone give you a ton of channels. It's all 100% free. News by Fire TV is free, okay? And I got 9 with that. So in a combined grand total, as you saw, 324 channels. That's way more than you would have ever seen on cable. It was like around 227 before I added, or 222 or something like that, before I added the Sling for 2 months. So that's still pretty good, 200 plus channels. So what you want to do is once you download those apps, so you want to get them all downloaded first on your freaking Fire Stick. That's the first thing. All right. So you can see there's Red Bull TV, Sling TV. Oops, I fucking hate the Fire Stick. Why do I have a Fire Stick then? All right. So Tubi, Pluto, like there's one that will not show up in your channel guide, but you can watch it as a through the app, you know, other channels. Same thing for some of these other ones, okay? I was just testing them out to see if they would go. Zumo, Plex, okay? So there you go. So those are the ones that you saw in my channel list. But you're saying, John, but like I can watch all these other apps too. Well, yeah, but like I said, they won't show up in your channel list that I just showed you, and here's why. You can talk to your remote and just say, channel guide. The Fire Stick has a built-in TV guide. It compiles all of those that are compatible in the channels that I just showed you into one massive TV guide. Do you see this? See those hearts? Those are the favorites, those few favorites that you saw. Those are like the local TV antenna channels. Oops, I'm back to the beginning. There's channel 346. Now we're back to channel 1. Okay? So these favorites are just a few of my favorites that the antenna found. Okay? Like CBS. I do not watch auto racing ever. But check it out. Alright, perfect HD quality. Perfect. I do not have my router or anything near this. It's all getting through Wi-Fi, through the Fire Stick. And on your FireTV app, you can actually watch it through your phone too, from anywhere. So you could be watching local TV through your phone. Kind of cool. Okay? How dope is that? So if you're trying to cut the cord, do it right. Get all the channels you can get. Look, there's a Nick Jr. I mean, I'll just scroll through so you can see a couple. Okay, these are all free, man. And like it tells you, like right now I'm still in the FireTV Recast, which means that box, those are my local channels. When I've done skimmed through all the local channels, it's gonna go to the next grouping. Now I'm in Sling TV. You saw that Sling had however many channels. Okay, NFL Network, AMC, like these are some legit, you know, cable channels, guys. And like I said, it's free for 2 months for Sling on freaking Verizon, but History Channel. So we'll just skim through. National Geographic. Hey, is it Shark Week already on, or did I miss that? All right, keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm just going really fast so the apps aren't loading. So, Sling, there's a ton of channels, guys. This is ridiculous. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, IMDb TV. Remember that had channels. And then it just keeps going. Like it'll go into the next grouping of channels. Like a lot of these are probably nonsense. You probably won't even watch them. You don't even have to add as many. I just figure, hey, the more the merrier, right? It's all free. Pluto TV. Okay, guys? So the list goes on. So I just wanted you guys to check that out. Notice how successful I was in my cord cutting. If you want to be successful, like me too, the only real expense you got to buy is that recast box. Okay, because the reason why you want the recast box is because it will allow you to take all these channels and group them into this guide. Okay? You also get your digital tuner from your local TV antenna into the recast box. So this isn't the FireTV box or whatever, this is the recast. Just remember that. Huge, I mean, it's not that huge of an investment. I paid $129 on a Prime deal, which will repay for itself. Okay, guys? I'll tell you about one more thing and then I'll get off this thing. Hey, last thing, guys. So obviously, you know, I was cutting the cord for that, and I said, hey, vote for my Mr. Muscle Health and Fitness stuff that I got going on. You know, because I told you guys I do a couple reviews. Some of y'all probably don't give two shits about the local TV stuff, and that's cool. But I was proud of it, so I had to post it. You know, I post all my little techie weird shit on here, so why not? One other thing, I just wanted to throw out a tip to you guys. I tested out the Netgear Nighthawk router. It was a quick review before this video. Check it out. It was nothing spectacular. Didn't impress me, so I didn't do an in-depth review. So you can watch that video. And what's coming next is my Mo5 4500 Sim 8 combo. It is coming. It said it shipped. There's just nowhere telling it where it is. Okay. So I do have that coming. And I would like to ultimately cut the cord indefinitely with my internet now. Now that I don't pay for Spectrum TV, so I was paying $134 a month. Now it dropped me down to $74 a month because I said, oh, I broke my bundle with Spectrum because it was cable for like 49 or 45 and then internet for 45, and with tax and everything it came out to 130 bucks, right? No, so you cut the cable and guess what? Your internet bill goes up, right? 74 bucks a month for 200 megabits per second, which it's usually around 230. Never really have issues with the internet at all. It's really great because it's cable. But $74 is a little pricey for me and my experience with paying for internet. So how do we combat that? Well, a little birdie on Facebook was running promos. You see all these people, once you start looking for stuff, you'll start seeing stuff pop up like, hey, get this cable and internet bundle for 30 bucks and blah, 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 $45 a month. And I said, what's this $45 a month internet? They're like, oh, it's Spectrum. I'm like, well, I have Spectrum, so how the hell? I mean, I'm already an existing customer. And then they told me a loophole to get the deal, $45 a month for just internet. Don't have to bundle it. But I'm in that $74 a month. How do I get out of it? So he was like, you basically have to cancel your subscription, cancel your membership with Spectrum, just cut it, and then have somebody else restart the account. Is that illegal? Absolutely not. It's your right. You can disconnect your services anytime you want if you're not in a contract. So I've done this with DirecTV before too. When I moved, they were going to charge me $200 for a moving fee, and I'm like, get the hell out of here. I'll just disconnect and have my wife reinstate services. So that's kind of what Spectrum, the guy on Facebook was getting at. Lo and behold, he was saying, hey, disconnect and I can have my wife reconnect, and then she can get the $45 a month for a year, right? So that is one way to rectify a high internet bill with Spectrum. Maybe some of your other providers might be similar. Give it a go. It's stupid though, because then you'd have to return your modem and then just to get another modem for my wife. So here's what I did. I called Spectrum. I said, how can I get that deal? So they're like, I waited for like 30 minutes to get tech support and I tell them like, hey, I want to disconnect my service. May I ask why? I said, I'm thinking about going to LTE internet. And then she's like, let me check that for you. Let me see. She's like, if I could get you a better deal, would you stay? I said, I'll think about it. And she goes and she comes back and she goes, I can give you $55 a month. And I'm like, okay, well, I went from 74 to 55. I said, what about 45? What about the 45 a month? Which comes out to about 49. And I said, because here's what's really going to happen. I said, I'm going to disconnect services. I'm going to have to go return my box and just have my wife turn on services and get another box. I said, can you just save me the trouble and just either put my wife's name on it and start her fresh with the new $45 a month, or just give me the lower deal? I mean, it's going to be the same thing either way. So she left for 5 minutes, came back, and she goes, I got you the $49 a month. And I was like, sweet. Now with that, she sent me this thing that you can apply for. I don't qualify. I make too much money, but they did mention that I don't know if it's just Texas. There is this benefit where they will pay for $50, up to $50 of your internet bill. It's like a stimulus, and it'll be every month until the stimulus runs out. So basically, you're basically going to have the federal government be paying your electric bill, or your internet bill. Okay, and the way it works is if you get approved this EBC, or I'll put the link in the description. Whatever this is, it will give you a reference code, and then you call Spectrum and say, I got my reference code for the stimulus. And basically they pay your bill till further notice, until the stimulus money basically runs out. Kind of cool deal. I tried it. I sent them my military pay stub, and they said, you're about to be an E8. You ain't, no. There's people far worse hurting than me. So, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Can't hurt, right? And honestly, I don't want to be taking from the people that are, less fortunate that could really use it. So that's kind of why I'm putting it out there. But yeah, guys, anything I can do of value to help you all out, that's what I'm going to do. I can't wait till my MoFi gets here so I can test that. Yeah. So you guys got any ideas or got any good insight for me? What to expect with this new MoFi or with my setup? Anybody knows any more channels that I can add into my channel guide, because I feel like I maxed it out, let me know in the comments, okay? But I hope y'all are having a great weekend. I miss y'all. Stay safe. And if you're in the South like me, stay friggin' hydrated. And hey, rock on. Hey guys, it's the Emergency Benefit Broadband Program. There's a link I'll put it in the description, and maybe that'll help some of y'all out, alleviate your internet bills. Or just get an LTE router and go to somebody with a third party, get a Page Plus. Everybody's saying T-Mobile works great in the MoFis, guys. I don't know. But hey, these times are still kind of tough, and 2021 is not much better than 20, to be honest. And we're all just trying to bounce back. So save money where you can. My son needs contacts, and you know, the doctor's appointment's $100 just to get looked at, and dogs need this, and we need that, and we got a vacation coming up. So, you know, you always want to try to do something to save yourself a few bucks. That's just me. That's my instinct that I got from my dad. You know, I've got plenty of money as far as survivability. However, I am also, I don't know, is it thrifty, the word I'm looking for? I just like to save money, right? Don't we all like to save a few bucks so we can use those few bucks for something else, right? Because my wife was like, "What? Why didn't you just take the $54 or $55 a month from Spectrum, Don?" I was like, because for $4 extra that I could be giving to them, I could use to buy doggy treats. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Every dollar matters. You guys have a great weekend. Love ya.